Hey everybody, call me Felix, and we finally hit the grand finale of our Boracay food trip. As on our last night in Boracay, we dined in style at Mosaic, the Latin American fine dining restaurant on the exclusive Crimson Resort and Spa. On Station 0 and the coup de grace of our grand dinner was a USDA Tomahawk ribeye steak with 4 fantastic dipping sauces. Before we get to our ultimate dinner in Boracay, let's quickly recap our Boracay food trip series thus far. We enjoyed the best breakfast not only in Boracay, but the best breakfast in the Philippines at the Sunnyside Cafe, where we tasted their signature dishes such as the best-selling bacon and mango grilled cheese sandwich, the roasty Wagyu tapsilog, and the fluffiest, most amazing pancakes I've ever tasted. Along the way, we had umami dust burgers, the best chicken and pork adobo from a vegan restaurant no less, and Filipino-Spanish heritage cuisine in one of the most well-known culinary institutions on the island, some of the freshest crustaceans you'll find in Boracay, huge platters of peri-peri chicken and pork, and some truly scrumptious desserts. If you missed any part of our Boracay food trip, it's all there in our Boracay food trip playlist on the far right hand corner. But in this very video, we have a food adventure of epic proportions, as we probably saved the best for last. We're dining at a restaurant slotted on Tatler Asia's 20 best restaurants in the Philippines and the only one on Boracay designated with such a high honor. We took an e-trike north of Station 1 to Station 0, which is a place and marketing speak the Crimson Resort and Spa dubbed their location to give an air of exclusivity. We got to Crimson, which looks more like a sleek modern art museum than its name gives away, as in, a casino for 21st century schizoid men, just to see the beach the resort is situated by and to catch yet another gloomy overcast sunset. We hung out for a couple of hours at Punta Bunga Beach, going through the clean, sleek, and minimalistic grounds of Crimson first before hitting this exclusive stretch of beach shared with the Shangri-La Resort just a little ways north of Crimson. I'll eventually get around to a compilation review video of all the beaches we visited around the small island of Boracay so that you'll know the can't miss beaches, a list that includes Punta Bunga Beach here. So stay tuned for that video coming your way. And it's best to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications so you don't miss any of our food and travel adventures. Once the sun set, we hiked back up the steps to Mosaic, which, to belabor the point, is one of Boracay's most vaunted fine dining restaurants. And from the outside, it looks like a modern art museum that serves Latin American inspired cuisine, specializing in different kinds of artfully crafted seafood ceviche and, didn't I say tomahawk steak? Arguably, the tomahawk ribeye steak is the showpiece of the entire menu, and we happened to select the biggest cut of tomahawk ribeye steak available. And we're no strangers to loving tomahawk steak because on my birthday, we home-cooked tomahawk steaks of our own, which happened to rival some of the best steaks we've ever eaten, including the A5 Japanese Wagyu steak we had back home in Ilocos Norte. Was the tomahawk steak at Mosaic a cut above the steaks we cooked at home? This is an epic adventure with an equally epic runtime, and you can thank Cousin Ben and Warren. And generally speaking, my food reviews when these two are together at the table tend to be heavily distraction prone. Such distractions are why the Marriott Cafe buffet review, the succulent Chinese meals at Hua Yan at the Hilton Manila, and China Blue at Conrad Manila, and our Christmas Eve buffet dinner ran way too long. But honestly, those distractions had their justification in this one because, 1, Warren got really wasted throughout the filming of our meal at Mosaic, and by the meal's end you could see Warren was quite sloshed. 2 entertaining results. And 2, Cousin Ben got his hair braided, and while his 9,000 peso look warrants a comment that he looks like a mashup between Whoopi Goldberg and Predator, we branded him Alicia Pookies, and relentlessly mocked him as Alicia Pookies. So at the time, Warren and I were still fresh off of our witnessing Ben's braiding that day, and we're still laughing at him whenever we turned our heads in his direction. By the way, I couldn't help filming Ben's braiding, and given that I was the foolish one to fork up 9,000 pesos to give Ben this Christmas gift, if you will, I was well within my rights to film it. And yes, I'm going to publish Ben's braiding as a bonus video to our Boracay trip. And so, this wraps up an epic introduction to a truly epic and tasty food video review of Mosaic. Without further ado, here's our gargantuan culinary adventure, the last to cap off our Boracay food trip. Enjoy! First bite of the meal at Mosaic Latin American Grill, and Nobody else is here. Nobody else is here. So you can raise your voice all you want. So here's some rustic bread. And rustic bread, serving, yeah, of olive oil and balsamic vinegar. Rustic! Says the man with the braids, this is rusty.
The man with the crazy blue hair.
Okay.
Some people says that sky blue was the unlucky color in 2022.
Actually, it's mauve. That's the color of 2022. That bread's got a nice.
All wine pictures in here.
This is delirious.
That bread's got that nice little chew. And then olive oil and the balsamic, the sour vinegar.
Delete mo yung sa rin Tatler. Tig-apat.
This is a simple pairing for a bread course, and we're not gonna load up on bread really, but it's here. It's here while we await our gargantuan tomahawk steak. Oh my goodness, look at that. Wine
On
is
my face, I kept smiling if
bone-in tomahawk steak.
start saying tomahawk steak. You know, it was a medium rare,
Mhm.
and I hope it was great.
He
Yeah.
cannot wait.
Cannot wait.
But we're gonna wait for some ceviche after this. Let's put our bread down here for a bit. Let it rest. Alright, so our first course has arrived. This is some oyster ceviche. Now, they did a little smoking effect here, which... Because I was talking to JP on the other line, cousin JP, I missed out on it. Thanks, JP. So, here's some local Aqua Oysters. And it's just dressed with some onion, looks like some citrus. Look at the beautiful leaves and the stones here, the black stones on this plate. So we got half a dozen. They're just separated in 2 bowls. So this looks really, really promising. Set that down. Look at that juicy oyster. It looks like with all those trimmings. And of course they imbued this with smoke. So I'm expecting some smoky flavor imbued here. Let's try it out. Oh wow. Now I had oysters earlier in the day at Spicebird. So if you check out that video, go ahead and click away. But holy smokes. That oyster is so not just fresh. There's nothing that's off-putting or those Aqua oysters in general are pretty gentle oysters, but that's that simple, simple liquid in the ceviche. Just onion, some citrus, not overdone at all. It's just beautifully balanced, and what you get is a big hit of just all kinds of awesome flavors going on. Even get, I think, a little bit of an oniony flavor here, but it's just very gentle. Here, Warren, I know you don't like oysters,
I don't like oysters.
but you gotta try this one.
It's a fresh oyster.
Yeah, it's fresh oyster. With all that, oh, you gotta slurp up that residual soup.
Well,
It doesn't taste too. Now you've had a lot of oysters, right?
yeah, I really like they put some onions and
They go down too easy.
how about calamansi taste, like something like that.
Yeah, there's citrus in here.
Yeah.
That's a ceviche. So it's cooked in citrus. That's the main thing that main flavoring agent, if you will. But it helps to kind of cook the oyster a little bit, but not a tiny bit, just like raw. But don't you like it? But it's very, very gentle, right?
Yeah, it is.
And then all those aromatics just pop up, right? Makes you want another one, huh?
Seems like. How about that one?
It's the same thing. Cousin Ben, why don't you try your oyster?
Okay.
Back again to the breads. Just the breads. Come on, get off your phone. Now you're the one who needs to get off his phone and try his oyster. Oh, okay.
Keep smiling.
He just, I know, the staff just like smiling because they got nothing else to do. There's nobody else here.
Just because of his hair.
There's nobody else here.
It was like 9,000.
I can't believe I spent 9,000 on this.
They said it was like only 200. They didn't tell me it was 9,000.
Yeah, but then every single strand of the sea is on here. Another oyster. I love this. Actually, there's kind of like a citrus sweetness in here too. And the onion and so on. It might be the best oyster you've had, huh, Warren?
Yeah.
I've taken Warren to eat Hokkaido oysters and
Because some oysters have a fishy flavor. I don't like that.
yeah.
And it smells like fishy, like bagong. Smells.
It doesn't smell like bagong.
No, I mean some
like-
oysters that
Okay, fair
they serve
enough.
us. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
But this is very gentle tasting.
Yeah, it was, was smooth and gentle.
I'm gonna sneak in here.
You want some stone? Here.
Those stones will go nicely next to your on your braids.
Just kidding. I want shells.
Okay.
Want some shells? Here.
I can't help myself. I can't help myself. I need another one. This is so good. As for that smokiness, I think what it helps. Actually, I think it elevates the sweetness profile too. It's almost like a mango sort of taste too. A mango citrusy taste.
Pearl in there?
No, not quite. The pearl is basically right in your drape. Let's keep on talking about the stupid braids. Okay. What? I'm just gonna keep on talking about those stupid braids. But there's more food has arrived. Ooh, this is the pulpo. That's beautiful. Look at that charring on there. Just like beautiful brown.
Right, so for the rest of the starters, what we have here is the El Pulpo or the char-grilled octopus, accompanied with different textures of beetroot. There's roasted beetroot, puree and powdered, and then on top of the octopus is a homemade gel of lime and lemon.
Wow.
And the second one right in the middle is what we call the Classico Tiraito. It's a Norwegian salmon, accompanied with segments of orange gel, some fried capers, and pickled cucumber.
Ooh.
And the last one over here is the Ceviche a la Sinaloa, Mexico. It's a mixture of squid and shrimp in a very, very light citric dressing.
Oh, excellent.
And our chef de cuisine is here. Say hi to you.
Hey, how you doing?
Welcome to Mosaic.
Enjoy
Happy New
your
Year.
starters.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, nice. Where shall we go to next? I'm kind of in the ceviche round myself. Before diving into the rest of the ceviche round, Ben has asked me, Mr. Dreadlock Rockstar, Rockstar, to try his corn soup. Okay, roasted corn soup.
The red black.
See how smooth that is with a kind of like oily sheen at the top. And there we go. So it's basically like this part's almost like a little bit frothy. And then as you slurp some of this soup down, you got that nice gradual corn, like a white corn sweetness. It's a very gentle soup.
Pick one more. Corn soup.
Very gentle. No, like, not really big flavor, I would say. But it's such a nice soup to open up the other courses. Warren probably thinks it's bland though. But you kind of have to let that corn soup kind of fill the mouth.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, a little bit creamier.
That corn flavor comes out kind of like middle of the tongue and to the bite. It's very gentle. Okay, where shall we go first? You want to do the honors and do the octopus?
Alrighty.
So this is some charred octopus with some beetroots here on the side, and then something acidic. I have ADD, people, so I don't remember what is on top of here, but it's like an orange gel, if I'm not mistaken, citrus gel. And then looks like apple chips here. Ooh. Looks really wonderful. Look at that. It's really looks tender. I want this part here so I get more of the char. Char. Okay, I understand the joke. Okay. Cut off this part here. just a little bit for me because I like this charred part. Here you go. Here. And you just very delicately.
Shing, shing, shing.
Okay. Got a little bit of that orange gel on top. I want some of that beetroot. So this should add some, like, a really earthy sweetness to the dish. I put a lot of beetroot here on here. Yeah, there we go. It almost eats like a really rich piece of, fish. Really love that charred grilled taste. And then that beetroot really offsets any of that charred bitterness. Here, try one. I wish I got more. There's a little bit of a subtle acidity because of that orange gel or that citrusy gel. So every now and then you kind of get a little bit of that bite, but that octopus is really tender.
There's a little bit bitterness, but
You should dip it in the beetroot because the beetroot kind of adds a more earthy sweetness. I think there are pieces of it here.
but I like the presentation.
The presentation's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing presentation. I got a lot of octopus on this one. Yes, there's a little bit of a residual there. And I love beetroot. Or, let's see. I think I will just chop off this part here. Separate like this stringy part. Yeah. Or just eat it. Heat it and then chase it with the beetroot part, I think is what I will do. It almost tastes like, the texture is almost like, you know how like you eat pork limpo or like pork belly that's been grilled? It has that texture, like so.
Oh, we should have an octopus and what else?
When I finish it with that beetroot, it adds more earthiness. A bit of sweetness too. Like a really fresh sweetness. Should get more of this. Really. And I finish it with this chip here, just to round it out. So I think when you put that dish together, Warren,
Yeah.
you gotta put some of that apple crisp and to offset the char grilled bitterness. Add some of the beetroot, add some of this little radish, and then some of that produce. Then if you put it all together, it should kind of all come together for you.
Good combination.
Yeah.
Can't get it. Oh, there you go.
But I really like that tenderness. It's really almost like,
Yeah.
it almost has like, it's almost like pork belly. Like grilled pork belly. And then really finishes clean. And then there's that beetroot sweetness there. I'm trying to get this radish off, but can't. And then finish it with this beetroot apple chip.
So when you want the last piece,
Yeah, Ben, you should have the last piece.
you must try that. That was the exotic octopus so you can get here.
What?
No, it's not. It's not exotic. An exotic octopus.
No, it's very, very tender and it's not too in your face with the fishy smell. There's not really a fishy taste, so to speak. Here, Ben, try these two here. There's a tentacle with the beetroot and so on.
Together?
Okay, so here's some salmon ceviche with some citrusy parts here. There's some fried capers. There's some pickled cucumber here. I love salmon, so here we go, salmon ceviche. That is some nice fresh salmon. Let me try some of that with more of the citrus. I think everything. Why do you keep doing that, Warren?
You know when you buy those
Monk.
Chinese amulet is Robinson. They get that metal feeling. Do that sound and pray over it.
I mean,
They go the Mongolian monk.
Okay. Well, I'm getting distracted because of these two boys. I mean, that's really... Whenever you try to review anything, they kind of step in and do their own stupid spiel. Okay, let me try to get more of this here. That salmon's really fresh. But then, to negate some of that riparian taste out of the salmon, there's some of this orange. It kind of mutes everything. The caper adds a little bit of a texture. I find this a little teensy. It's very balanced, but on the teensy bit sweet, you need some of that fried capers to add a little bit more of a salty edge. And then of course the cucumber adds even more freshness. So I like the balance of it. It's not really wowing me as far as like a real flavor explosion though. Why don't you try it? Oh, he's looking at his henna tattoo, everybody.
no, it's a real tattoo. Don't believe. Oh, it's a
Warren's real tribal tattoo. Okay, he got today. Sounds like a disco happening in Warren's mouth.
I put some calamansi in there, and
Actually, there's no calamansi. There's not like that
lemon.
sharp.
Lemon?
There's no sharp citrus there. It's basically orange.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's orange,
that's
so there's not really that like biting sharpness.
so
Not at all.
Yeah, there's a
And
piece
then-
of orange there, look.
You gotta add a little bit of a caper to add saltiness, otherwise it's kind of too mellow. And then the cucumber kind of cleanses things again. So for me, it's a little bit muted. It's good. I'm just saying that not a flavor bomb for me. Okay,
It's all good for me.
here we go. Another ceviche dish. So this is like a Mexican-inspired ceviche. There's a little octopus here. There's a mixed seafood, cucumber. Looks like a traditional pico de gallo. And there's some cilantro. And then with some citrus. I think like lime in here. Okay, let's give this a whirl. I think like the texture, I mean, it's kind of more diced up. So this very kind of ethereal. I want to get this octopus though. It's really cilantro forward, this dish. That lime is kind of in the background. It kind of adds some acidity, but it doesn't really overtake anything. But there's nothing like real biting about it. Here's some bit of octopus tentacle. Everything really fresh. Everything here is really fresh that we've had so far. I feel like I want a little more of an acidic twang myself when it comes to this ceviche. Really cilantro forward. I like. And it's been a while since I had cilantro because I really like it. I think though, I want a little more spice, a chili hit. I love a little more chili on this, and then some more lime twang. I think would complete it. Otherwise, really solid. Salmon is really solid. It's really solid. The pulpo for me. The pulpo for me, I think it's the second best compared to the oyster. The oyster is really the best one out of the round here.
Oh, let me try that one.
Yeah, have this. This is a more traditional Mexican ceviche.
Oh, sure.
What's another one?
Long Island. Oh yeah. How do you feel about that? That's what a Mexican ceviche tastes like.
I really like the sourness with this. The combination of the tomato, onions.
Yeah, it's got good texture.
Yeah.
Really good texture.
And the octopus, I think octopus one, right?
I think the seafood's a little more diced than I like it. And then I wish there was more citrus and more of a like more chili heat, personally.
Yeah.
Because right now I don't really find it as dynamic.
It was
So,
fresh and
but everything here is fresh. It's really, really high quality. Just think that these two, the salmon ceviche and this more Mexican style octopus and mixed seafood ceviche, are kind of a bit muted for my palate. So pulpo, really love the texture. Really love that super fresh taste. And then, you know, all the accoutrements with it. You know, the beetroot and the subtle orange gel there. Really nice. But for me, the star of the round really is that oyster. The oyster, and then with, you know, that kind of sweet, sweet citrus taste. Really goes well with that aqua oyster. Okay, those are my thoughts on the ceviche round. What are we waiting for though?
Oyster tomahawk.
Big
Steak.
tomahawk
That was
steak.
900 grams.
Yeah, 900 grams. We
Almost 1
ready?
kilo. Yeah.
Okay,
Use my hand. I can't get.
we'll be ready for real food warfare. Oh, speaking of food warfare, Ben is ready. Look at him stabbing the thing. He's gonna pick it up with his hand. He's gonna pick it up with his hand. Oh, look at the colors, everyone. He has Boracay on his head. Oh, he loves it. Okay. He loves it. Awesome. Baby. It's vegetables, French fries.
That's nice when we cut it up.
It's already cut up.
Yeah.
And for your main course, you're having the US Tomahawk, prepared medium rare, and it's accompanied with 4 different types of homemade salsa. This is the classic chimichurri.
Okay.
The second one's called criosha, which is a mixture of onion, bell pepper, olive oil, and lemon juice.
Ooh.
And these 2 are the spicy salsa. The yellow one is the ají amarillo, and the red one is the chipotle.
Ooh.
And of course, for the side dishes, we've got some fries and grilled vegetables.
Is this more like a Peruvian type of chili sauce?
Yeah, very similar.
Similar to it. Okay.
I like the chipotle, man.
I love Peruvian style sauces.
Would you like to have a little bit of freshly crushed pepper on the steak?
Yes, please.
Alright.
Thank
Please
you
enjoy
so
your
much.
main course.
Thank you. Let's see what we have here. And this is cooked medium rare, so I'm hoping for some really tender meat. Oh my, would you look at that? I don't think there's anything fancy about this. It's just, you gotta just go for it with your fork. Or even, remember when we used to eat tomahawk steak with our hands? When we made it ourselves? Yeah. Look at that, beautiful. Beautiful pink color here. It's a little bit of a crust like that. It's about medium rare. It's a little more cooked than I think I'd like it. But hey, let's have the steak by itself. Really good, well cooked piece of meat. Medium rare. Juicy, all beefy. There you go. Warren, come on. Just grab a fork with the, just grab a forkful. Well, we're all friends here, so I mean, it doesn't matter about getting that. Whoa.
That's a lot.
So we'll try it with our sauce, but try it by itself. With just that salt and pepper. The look on his face.
The juiciness. Taste.
Uh-oh, that cloud's breaking out. It's breaking out like sunshine through the clouds. Look at it go. Piercing through. What's he got to say?
I mean, there is olive oil. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is just before the sauce, so I mean, that's some really nicely cooked piece of meat, huh?
But well, for me, but I want some A1 steak sauce and Tabasco. But this one is good, right?
But you have to try the sauces though.
Yeah.
Okay. I think what I would like here, I think I'm gonna mix my sauces. I guess I don't know if they recommend that, but I don't care. I'm gonna mix this up with some chimichurri. Over. There's oiliness. And then I want some of this Peruvian chili sauce. Orange stuff on top. And mix it together. Because truth be told, it's a tiny bit bland. Then with just salt and pepper. So, but it is cooked really well. I mean, medium rare. Nice medium rare. I like mine a teensy bit rarer personally. Just like when we cooked that tomahawk steak for my birthday, right? We did it a teensy bit rarer than this. And that was just divine.
They do like put the tomahawk steak on the grill and then it's like waiting for 3 to 4 minutes and then they flip it. Yeah.
It takes like over 45 minutes. Here's a bit of chimichurri, some residual oil, and then I want some of that orange sauce. There we go. That orange sauce is a lovely kick. From just like roasted red pepper and garlic. Good taste. Chimichurri, quite solid. More on the oily side. But I really like that orange sauce. Why don't you try it like that? Just mix your sauces a little bit.
No, try this one.
Try the chipotle then. I think that's what to liven up the steak a bit.
This one?
The red sauce over there.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
You already did it.
You already did it?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It was like A1 steak sauce plus Tabasco.
Really? Does it?
Boom. Yeah, right.
Well, chipotle is made out of roasted chilies.
but this
roasted.
one is like what?
Well, it has a roasted dried chili flavor, so it's gonna be very different to like A1 and Tabasco. A1 is like umami sauce mixed in with some tart chili sauce, right?
Oh.
So this one's gonna be more roasty. Okay, I'm gonna try more of this. This is really. I like the combination between like chimichurri and then that orange sauce. It really has this big kick middle of the tongue that I like. Of like roasty garlic and then heat. Roasted garlic heat. Warren says to try the fries. Well, I'm like, well, what? Are they cooked in duck fat or something?
No.
Okay.
Stop doing that. Naman, stop doing that. Being so cute.
Two weirdos on vacation. What the on earth? I see what Warren is saying. This kind of tastes like a McDonald's fry, but just like what McDonald's fries used to be, plus like given the upscale treatment. Warren really loves the fries. I tell you, it's almost like I told you, it's kind of like a McDonald's fry. Okay, that's the type of sauce I need.
That's how dog
This one,
does.
chipotle.
Oh yeah.
When the dog panting like.
Ben does not handle spice particularly well. That's the reason why he's panting like a dog. Okay, but I really like mixing chimichurri with this ahi sauce. Like Peruvian orange sauce. But I want, ooh, really tender piece of steak. I want to dip it in this chipotle sauce. I'm gonna be a barbarian about it and just put it all in there. What's that look on your face for?
I'm not gonna lie, this is freaking hot. Everything is spicy, man.
What, this?
That was different kind of spicy, yeah.
Alright, chipotle, sauce, and steak. Apparently these two boys think it's really spicy. Let me try. Yeah. Our chipotle sauce is awesome. It has some of that savory backbone that's kind of missing from the other sauces, and it complements the steak really well.
Is this a tomato with
Mango?
onions?
Tomato, onions, peppers, and some oil. That's what's called a brioche.
I thought mango.
But, ooh, I really love it, that chipotle sauce though. There's like a sweetness there, there's a roasted sweetness. But I love that heat. And that,
Have you tried this one? No.
that's good. It's a little milder though. But it's also really good. But I think the chipotle, for me, taste profile wise, I want something that's a little, that will lift up the beefiness
What
of the
about
steak.
this?
Man, Ben, will you stop? Let me complete this stuff. So, the steak for me is kind of bland, even with the salt and pepper. But if you lift it with that chipotle, it adds this nice sweetness that's lacking a little bit, and then that really interesting smoky chili flavor. Okay, but that's where it's at for me, is that chipotle sauce. I gotta try it with the other brioche, to be honest, but yeah. I realized that I'm not using this and I'm just taking whatever. I'm gonna have this with the brioche now. So this one's some olive oil, I presume, some onions, some peppers, some tomatoes. Let's see what this offers now. Take up the residual chimichurri oil too. There we go. Love that little crunch from those peppers and those onions and that olive oil. Also really nice. But I know where my heart is. It's in that chipotle sauce. I slather lots of it on here.
About the last bone, that's for Snowball.
You wish. Snowball's not even here.
Oh, yeah.
Snowball did not follow
Just
us to
delivered
Boracay.
to all busy.
Yeah, you get the golden wrap it in the thing and put red ribbon on it.
Merry Christmas, Snowball, and Happy New Year. This is your gift
That
from
you'll
Mr.
get in
Ben.
like March.
Send this to LBC. Shopping.
Okay. And that chipotle sauce. I really love that steak with that chipotle pepper. That's awesome. And it gives it more of that savory sweet backbone that I like with some heat. It kind of makes up for not having A1 and Tabasco. Alright, we have our dessert course. These are some churros. And with some chocolate dipping sauce and I think some caramel. And then I believe these are tres leches. With lots of freshly grated coconut on here. And looks quite good. Well, this one is something creamy. But I'm now in the mood for something a donut. Ooh, nice and warm. These are big size churros too. With simple, just a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of sugar. What have we here? Ooh, is this a show?
This is the...
Oh, that flaming thing, the rum.
Oh, this is the rum.
I'm out of battery. Let's go take the.
So this is the flambeado baba.
Flambeado. Uh-oh, that's a flambe.
So the cake is already infused with the rum, and the rum that we're using is a local rum. And then we're just gonna top it with a little bit of mascarpone.
Ooh, mascarpone.
And then fresh pineapple, locally sourced with
Nice.
mint leaves.
Ooh, nice.
And
Oh, you ready? And that's the rum right there.
yes, this is the rum. We do it over here. So this rum that we're using to just top up the dessert is our very own Don Papa rum.
Don Papa rum,
Yes.
okay.
Please enjoy your dessert.
Ooh, very
Thank you.
nice. Thank you. Just before we're gonna do the...
Warren! Dumbass, get off your damn phone. Look, I missed on fire. You missed it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. He's like, get off your phone.
I'm drunk.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
I'm feeling like. I think I will take a nap here.
That's not a good idea.
While it's still hot.
50 minutes.
Oh, it's still...
Okay, so the churros couldn't wait. So we have some rum cake, and then there's some mascarpone cheese that got melted with the torch, and then some locally sourced pineapple, and then it has some locally sourced rum. Ah, feels warm. And of course, this was just on fire a minute ago, less than a minute ago.
You want some beer, Mr. Ben?
Okay, let's try out that cake.
Dito sa ano.
Ooh.
Good?
It's got a lot of rum. A lot of rum. Holy shnikes, that's a lot of rum. Okay. This is very unapologetically rummy. I will say that much. With that liquid. I think I want more of that mascarpone to kind of give it more body. You're gonna get body from the cake, but I want a little more creaminess. And I do get some touches of pineapple in there, which are nice. A nice change from the rum. You know, kind of like this pina colada-ish kind of thing, but it's a really rum-forward dessert. Really rum-forward. I can taste that alcohol, which of course has been cooked off. So
Want to taste it?
I think you should taste it now, but
Yeah, while it's still hot.
it's actually not hot. It's cool. Wow. I just like that rum bitterness too. With that pineapple. That's very rum forward.
So Warren,
Here.
check it out.
Have some of that.
What is this?
It's a kind of rum cake.
Rum cake with.
Yeah, it has some mascarpone
But there's a
cheese.
soup underneath of it.
And then some locally sourced pineapple, some fresh pineapple. He doesn't know what to make of it. It's just like, it's so rummy.
I don't mean like. Why is it so sour?
It's more bitter.
Bitter and
'Cause
sour.
it tastes like rum.
Get your fork.
A lot of, it tastes
Well-
like a lot of rum. Okay, a lot of rum. Okay. All right, let's have a churro to kind of give ourselves a little more of a sweet note. I'm gonna make some chocolate here. It's hot chocolate. And I think this is some caramel. So I'm gonna mix caramel and chocolate together. Because why not? On our freshly hot churro. It's a big, thick churro for two. And try it out. Now typically churro is about half the thickness. It has like that crispy crust. This one's a little more doughy, but good crunchy outside, exterior, soft inside. And then the chocolate and caramel is not really, it's kind of muted for me. Not too sweet. But let's try the tres leches cake next. Last thing I'm gonna try. You see here, kind of like a similar
Have some of
white
this.
cake. Yeah. And then this milky bottom. This is like the creaminess I really wanted after eating that steak. And there's a generous portion of grated coconut shavings. Again, really restrained. I got our. That cake is not too doughy, not too cakey. That milk is not too sweet either. Kind of like a restrained dessert, I would say. What do you expect our tres leches? About kind of a gentle, soft landing for like dessert. be too gentle of a landing.
May I get you another strong beer?
Hindi po, I'm good.
Okay, you surrender.
Okay, so, dessert's a little bit of a hit or miss. I'm not really a fan of this rum forward cake. Well,
I'll have to eat it if you want.
churros. I wish it was a little bit thinner than thick, because what I really love about churros, and I think of it as a Disneyland thing, is to have it nice and thinner, almost like half the width, because then you get more of that soft interior to go with that nice, crust, you know. I just feel like it's a little bit restrained with the sweet flavors, but I mean that's good if you don't really love totally sweet. If you don't love totally sweet, this is more your jam. Same with the tres leches, soft landing, and then this is a little bit aggressive with that rum flavor for me. The pineapple I wish could shine a little more. I think what I would have loved is to have some pineapple, not so much diced, but to have it more caramelized, to add a little more sweetness to break up that rum alcohol flavor. Oof, that was a little too strong. Okay, that's dessert round done. I'm gonna put some final thoughts on here, and here we go. All right, so pretty much wrapped up dessert. There's a couple things I think the dessert round's a little uneven, but let's get in some final thoughts. Warren, what do you think about Mosaic Latin American Grill on the posh side of Boracay? Ooh, he's really impressed, I think.
You're right. Guys, here in Mosaic, all the food was good. Everything is fine, and their service here was like very clearly. They keep asking you also, hey sir, something like that. That was new for me.
Look at his eyes. It's
Yeah.
like after 3 Long Island iced teas and 1 massive bottle of Tsingtao beer. Holy shnikes.
I don't know, but yeah, it's good, and everything was fine.
Everything was fine and nothing hurt. I love it. I love that review.
And then the steak too. I really love the Tomahawk
Warren loves steak and Long Island
There's
iced
a
tea.
4 sauces of that. That was so freaking awesome. And,
Family show.
Yeah, alright guys, so
Okay, everything was awesome. Yeah.
and then Mr. Ben, I like his braided hair.
He's gonna get up and leave.
It's freaking 9,000.
Yeah, it's gonna cost as much as this meal will, or
Yeah, it is.
yeah, almost.
And he didn't say thank you for you, sir.
Yeah,
Didn't
went
he?
in great. Okay,
Yeah.
so final thoughts on Mosaic. Well, okay. Appetizers and dessert, there are some things that were lacking and some things that were a little weird. But anyway, appetizers. I think the cookery of the entire meal was great. Great.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Cooking, nothing to complain about
I
that.
really like the presentation.
Yeah, the presentation's amazing.
It's awesome.
Yeah. If there's anything to nitpick, I think the ceviches for me. A few of
It
them.
was worth it. Yeah.
Worth it? Okay.
Yeah, what's served here?
I feel like it could have used more like acidic punch and then some spice, and it would have been perfect. And I'm being nitpicky. Steak was great, cooked really well for us.
Yeah, it's
Medium rare. I really love the chipotle sauce. That's like the next best thing to A1 steak sauce and Tabasco. And you can put dessert round. A little underwhelming and a little strange. This thing, Little Wonder, it makes a nice show. I just think it's a little too rum forward, and it's almost a little unpleasant with that rum bitterness and that pineapple. I wish it was torched a little bit and actually adds more sweetness to offset that really unpleasant rum bitterness. Tres leches for me, a little bit more muted. Churros, I wish it was a little less doughy and a little less thick, and then I think you would have had a better one with the sauces. There we go. I think dessert kind of weak point, but ceviche is good.
oh,
Appetizer's good. That octopus was really fantastic, and then our steak was fun, and all that good stuff. So, yeah, if you want a great fine dining experience, I would come here. Mosaic, it's worth the trip. You get that trip to that private beach too if you come early enough, and hopefully if they had better weather, you can catch the sunset on a private beach of Boracay. So there you go. Come out here. It's fun. It's like romantic. It's also very private. You can see not as many people here. Okay, Warren, spiel time.
Alright guys, so listen guys. If you like this video guys, give me thumbs up and better yet to subscribe, right?
Yeah, smash it.
It's so easy, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
smash
click
it.
just click the the button and then give subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Alright, something like that. Nah.
yeah. Good one.
Just bring your senior citizen discount.
Or bring a senior citizen. Or bring a senior citizen with big ass bread.
Shut the fuck up, man. Dang.
Yo, you didn't say anything. You didn't say anything.
Yeah. Okay. That's good enough. That's good enough for me. All right. Okay, everyone.
Let's get our view right now.
There's our last night in Boracay, and we
Yeah,
did it
yeah,
in
okay,
style with this place, Mosaic, and so
We spent here like 7 days, sir. Right?
yeah, we're gonna go to Okada, Manila, and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Back in Manila. We can't wait for that one. So do stay tuned for more videos, and like the man said, subscribe.
Yeah, alright.
Subscribe. All right. Until the next video, everybody. Keep cool but care. Remember, the Emperor never ended.